Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Grizzlies will look to their home court advantage. Just one game here in Memphis. Right now, they have the 10th best record in the West. They need wins.
And they've got some additional incentive today. The season series is knotted up at 1 apiece, this being the deciding game. And Clark, what do you think's going to go down?
Well, I tell you what, Greg, regardless of the season series count, you already know that both of these squads are coming out slugging. I mean, they're competitive. They know each other. Familiarity breeds contempt. So if you ask me, we're in for one of those knockdown, drag-out battles.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, Moore, he's in at point guard. Griffin is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Temple in at the 3, the small forward. No good from Moore. Well, for Memphis, their last game a loss to New Orleans.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT. No matter how hard you played, you want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
Now here's Moore, following the miss by Michael Conley. And Redick kicks to Griffin. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Griffin's got his first basket.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Now here's Gasol. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And that one's good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Inside, and Conley gets it to go. The assist by Green.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
The 9-foot shot. The shot will not go. And Memphis the other way now. Fast break. Here we go. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Dave Yeager. Doris, what do you have to say?
I asked him how he was going to slow down Blake Griffin in this one, and he told me, any way we can. He went on to add that he didn't really have any one answer for Blake because he is such a dynamic player, adding, you see the dunks in the highlight reels, but he can hurt you in a lot of other ways as well. Really, we just have to throw everything we can his way. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Moore with it. Conley picks him up from 11 feet away. Griffin's shot is good. Griffin's got his second bucket tonight.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Johnson the screen, and it's Conley penetrating. Good. Conley's got 6. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
You just have to admire the versatility they were able to display offensively.
Scoring came from every direction, all over the place. I mean, if one approach didn't work for them, they found another one that did.
And here is Conley following the three-pointer by Freak. Conley kicks to Johnson. Feeds to Green. And that's going to be a travel. And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. The Clippers, number 1.
And they've just been on a defensive tear. I mean, allowing so few points. And really, I think it's the energy with which they play.
And Moore kicks to Griffin. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
That's good from Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin hits them both. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Now here is Conley. 17 points for him last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game. In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. Down low, Griffin with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Moore's running. Temple gets the bucket.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
All right, Memphis, you got your Grizz girls on the court. Give them a nice round of applause.
John Livingston, he's checked in for more. And for Memphis, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Conley out there with Henderson. Then there's Green. Then it's Johnson. And it's Gasol in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Green.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Moore dishes to Cantor. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Marc Gasol.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
No good on the second free throw. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Johnson outside, 13 feet away. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Johnson.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The Clippers shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Here's Moore. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Henderson gets to Conley. It's rebounded by Livingston.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Josh Smith. He's averaging 6 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, great hustle, does all the little things. Just a good complimentary guy to have on your team.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks played a role for them. He had 12 points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. This was just the latest in what has been a string of strong performances from him. Will we witness one tonight, guys?
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
And here is Conley following the three-pointer by Freak. Conley. It's rebounded by Livingston.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Conley against Moore. And that one's good. That's now 8 points for Mike Conley.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. Spots down the ladder right now.
And I think for Memphis, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.